Well, it's finally happening. After 18 months of chaos, I'm finally travelling again.
I'm on the train to Gatwick Airport, where I'll be flying to Berlin for a few days. After so long of no one being able to do very much due to COVID restrictions, I can't express how excited I was to finally be in an airport again. While waiting for my gate to be called, I went to look in the terminal's Harry Potter shop, and that was when I noticed exactly what I was wearing. I swear I did not plan this. It wasn't long until my gate was called, and before I knew it I was in my seat, and I cannot express how excited I was to finally be boarding a plane again. This is the first time that I've been sat towards the front of the plane, so I had a different view of the plane's wing than I usually do. The flight lasted around 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is one of the shortest flights I've ever taken, and compared to when I spent 13 hours on the plane to Singapore, this flight felt like it was over in almost no time. There are a few different ways to get to Berlin from Brandenburg Airport. I chose to take the S-Bahn, but you can also take express trains or buses.
And so here I am, settled in to my hotel room. It's quite a nice hotel room, if a little bit different from other hotel rooms I've stayed in the past, but yeah, well, the travel was actually a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. Pretty much all day before I left, I was nervous that there would be loads of checks. They'd be very strict with checking your vaccine passports and so on, but it was pretty straightforward, to be honest, and it didn't feel very different from travelling before COVID. The only difference was obviously masks, and you just had to have a few extra documents at the border check-in, which wasn't much different than usual, so. But I'm gonna call it a night now because I'm tired, and I'll probably make a better look at my room another day when I've got a bit more energy left in me. So with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, Berlin.
For my first day here, I plan to walk to a number of famous locations and buildings around central Berlin. First up was Checkpoint Charlie, and while it has gained a reputation of being a tourist trap, I decided to go anyway because it still is an important historical location. The checkpoint is the most famous of the border crossing points between East and West Berlin during the Cold War. In October 1961, as the Berlin Wall was being built, this was the site of a tense standoff between American and Soviet tanks. However, thankfully the situation did not escalate into any form of shooting. It's astounding to think that just 33 years ago, this area of Berlin was dominated by the Berlin Wall, and I was standing at a place where people were once not free to cross without risking their lives. To me, it's a reminder that we need to appreciate the freedoms that many of us enjoy. After going to places such as the topography of Terra and Potsdamer Platz, I made my way through the Tiergarten on my way to Brandenburg Gate in the heart of Berlin's government district. Just across the road from the Brandenburg Gate is the home of Germany's parliament, the Reichstag. I had really wanted to take a tour of this building, but sadly there were none available during the time that I was in Berlin. And that pretty much sums up my first day in Berlin. After over a year and a half of not being able to do anything, it felt so good to be able to get out into the world and explore again, and I was even more excited for what tomorrow would bring.